Hey guys, welcome back to the channel. It's Trey, and oh my god, I want to talk about Henry Cavill because Henry Cavill is back as Superman. I know, it's so exciting, can you believe it? He's back, y'all. He's freaking back. That's right, Henry Cavill is back as Superman, and I'm freaking excited. I can't believe it. It's been 6 long years and he's finally back. But with that, it's some caveat to that. As like I said, if you guys didn't know, Black Adam is coming out this week or next week, I believe, depending on when this video is going up. And of course, there's a cameo of Henry Cavill Superman. Everybody knows it. The Rock spoiled it while he was doing the press tour for it and stuff like that. And he even admitted that the old regime of WB, after Batman vs. Superman Dawn of Justice didn't perform like they wanted, they fired him along with Ben Affleck and a few others, And it's kind of terrible to hear that kind of stuff when the regime themselves were the ones that were rushing to push the DCEU out instead of letting it slowly happen. You expected, because you had got $1 billion with The Dark Knight, that you could just do $1 billion with Superman or another Batman movie, but you didn't really think about a connective universe when you're doing this kind of stuff. You have to slowly build up to events. You just can't just do it and call it a day. Now, I know some people really don't like Man of Steel like that or BVS, but I actually enjoyed them. I had no problems with those two movies. Yeah, they had some issues for sure. Some of the miscasting for some of the characters, of course, but overall, I enjoyed them. I enjoyed everything about it. Now, I'm also hearing that there's also some more news before I get back into the Henry Cavill stuff, which y'all already know. I am ready for it. I think the only other person that's probably more excited, well, there's a lot of more people that are probably excited than I am, but I know one person that's definitely excited is Anna, that Star Wars girl. Shout out to the home girl, because every time anything Henry Cavill related comes out, she freaks the hell out, and I just enjoy the way that she's like, yeah, my uterus is about to explode. For me, I'm just excited because I get to see him and Ben Affleck and Gal Gadot as the Trinity, which David said that he wants to do a focus on. Now, there's other news that they also announced that they're talking about that James Gunn might be directing the movie, which I really don't want him to, because I don't like his style. I don't like him taking serious heroes and making them the joke, because that's what he did with Peacemaker, which pissed me off, and that's what he also did with Guardians of the Galaxy, which pissed me off. I don't care that the Guardians wasn't known at the time. That don't mean that you make them idiotic idiots, and then that's what people see. That's why I always said it's important not to make it's always important to stay accurate to the characters as much as you can, because then what people see is what people know. So a lot of people don't know how some of these characters are. Like with Peacemaker, they don't know Peacemaker is really a serious character. He's not a joke. He's not somebody who has daddy issues or whatever James Gunn was trying to do. So I don't want him to do it. I don't know if they're going to do Zach, and I don't even know if Zach even wants to return, but hopefully he will. And if he doesn't return, maybe use the ideas that he wanted to go through, because if you guys don't remember, Zach said for Man of Steel 2 he actually wanted to do the Brainiac storyline, where him and Supergirl face off against Brainiac, which I think that'll be a good idea, because you can introduce the real Kara Zor-El, the real Supergirl, and we get to see like a Man of Steel type Supergirl suit, but she needs to be in a skirt. Don't nobody want to see Supergirl in pants. They, like the CW already showed you that, and people made fun of Sasha Calle's suit as well. Don't stop putting the female characters in ugly ass one-piece suits or whatever. No, if you want a suit for Supergirl, you need to put her in a darn skirt. That's how I look at it right there. And if Jesse Eisenberg does come back as Lex Luthor, tell him to put on some muscle mass. You know what I'm saying? And if you don't want to go that route, you can always go the route of Metallo. I think that was another rumor that they were also thinking about doing Metallo, but I don't care. Like I said, I'm just really excited to see this man back in the role as Superman. You know, I'm like, let's go. Like I had always said, I was gonna goddamn go to California or London or wherever he's staying at, and I was gonna put a goddamn Superman suit on and make him his ass do a Superman movie. I don't care. But the man gonna do a fucking Superman movie, and now that he is gonna do a Superman movie, so I'm really excited about that. It's really cool to kind of see it come to fruition after 6 years, but it's kind of sad that WB would fire him over their mistakes because, of course, his star was rising. He has every right to ask for more money. Robert Downey Jr. asked for more money, and some of the movies that he starred in with sequels weren't well received neither. But you still continue to pay him more. You even paid him more in a movie where he's a side bitch. So it's kind of crazy that you're saying, oh, we can't pay Henry, but we can pay other actors and actresses. Come on now, like, make it make sense, you know? So I'm just saying, I'm really, really excited. But anyway, before I start fangirling out a little bit, which I am kind of fangirling out right now, there is also this whole thing about Batman news. So with the Batman news, Matt Reeves is continuing with Batman, of course. And we're getting a Batman 2 script they're saying that they're working on. And he's also tossed out the names where he wanted to do another villain, a villain movie piece, kind of like the Joker, that's going to be set in that universe of the Batman movie. So I heard that it's supposed to be Clayface and Scarecrow. Those are the two that I've been seeing people on Twitter, Instagram, and just like little rumor sites talk about. I don't know if it's true or not, so don't quote me on that one. But honest to God, I really hope not, because I kind of don't want the villains to be diluted. Just like I'm already on the fifth about Black Adam having his own movie. I don't want this thing to be like, oh, because the Joker was successful, we can do it with everyone else. No, you really can't. And that was like a lightning in the pan moment. You know what I'm saying? You struck lightning that one time. That doesn't mean that you're going to do it again. Even though I know there's a Joker 2 coming up, that's great and all, but that's out doing its own thing or whatever. But as far as like main DC movie titles or whatever, give me a Batman movie with Ben Affleck and Joe Manganiello, which I think I heard that there's also rumors of a Batman versus Deathstroke kind of thing, if that makes sense. Which, I mean, it does make sense, honestly, because, you know, hello, like, you tease Deathstroke at the end and then you don't follow it up. Like, come on now. Everybody was talking about the amazing moments of Batman vs. Superman, and they were praising Ben Affleck's Batman. So to not even continue that storyline just makes absolutely no logical sense. Like, let's go. We need some of that as well. But I know a lot of people are happy. But since I'm getting what I want with Henry Cavill and Ben Affleck and Gal Gadot staying as a Trinity, and we're getting to see more of them, let Matt Reeves do whatever. And if you want to, you can do standalone Wonder Woman movies and standalone Superman movies in alternate realities. Like, you can focus on Val Zod and do a trilogy with him, just like you're about to do with the Batman with Robert Pattinson stuff. And then you can also do a solo Wonder Woman movie where I think it'll probably be good, probably base it off of the New 52 or Earth 1. You can easily do that as well. I mean, it's already based off of the New 52 with Gal Gadot, but you guys know what I'm saying. If you really want to go that kind of route, that way you can at least have multiple Batman, Superman, and Wonder Woman movies, since you want the Trinity to be important. And why not have multiple Superman and Batman and Wonder Woman movies? If you're already going to go with the Batman stuff, might as well. I'm at a happy point with this one because, like I said, I've always wanted Henry Cavill to be back as Superman, and since I'm getting it, I'm in a good mood that Matt Reeves can have his alternate reality Batman movies that I don't have to watch and I don't really care for, which I also know they're doing a Penguin show, which I think is still stupid, but it's whatever. I'm getting Henry Cavill back as Superman, so let's go. And I know some people are probably going to ask, like, what would you want to do for the Superman stuff? Like I said, for me, I would want them to base him off of the Superman Rebirth run. So if we're not gonna do a Rebirth run, we're not. I mean, we should do a Rebirth kind of thing, if that makes sense. Like if any of you guys know what I'm talking about, but there is there is a Rebirth run where Superman and Superman comes back after the New 52 Superman died. It's kind of crazy. But if you want to do something like that, you can. Where basically, you know how the DCEU Superman, he died, came back, and then he became the Superman that everybody wants him to do. You can kind of do something like that, where now this Superman is back. He's back to being really hopeful to the world. The world is excited. Lois has John or whatever and stuff like that. You know what I'm saying? We're getting more heroes popping up because they're being more inspired by the Justice League every day. Batman's changing a new leaf. He got a new Robin with Tim Drake. You got Wonder Woman introducing the world to Donna Troy and Themyscira. You know what I'm saying? We can always do something like that. But like I said, you can always do the Superman Brainiac storyline. You can always do a Superman Rebirth kind of thing if you really want to. And it was another story that they could also do for Superman if they really wanted to. Superman. What was it? It was a comic book. I cannot remember the name of the darn comic book. Jesus Christ, I'm drawing a blank on the comic book. But anyway, there was like this like kind of like this world kind of thing, but not the recent War saga, but there's like this intergalactical thing, something like some kind of Prometheus kind of figure or whatever. If I can remember the title, I will correct myself in the comment section, but I can't think of it right now. But anyway, they could always go that route, and they could always, like I said, do Superman and Brainiac thing, introduce Supergirl, the real Supergirl, and she could be like, oh, she escaped the Phantom Zone or wherever she was at, because Zach did say that Kara Zor-El does exist. We just haven't met her yet, and you can have where Fedora is now the leader after General Zod or whatever, and you can have them come back, so you can kind of do like a mini arc of World War, the 100-second war or something like that, where a lot of the Kryptonians finally come, but now the Earth understands Superman abilities thanks to the studies of the Kryptonians or whatever, and able to stop it or whatever. But Superman knows how to fight them off or whatever. You can do something like that. And if you really want to do something really cool or whatever, if you don't want to use the real Supergirl yet, you can always introduce Matrix Supergirl, May Kent, where she's a protoplasma. You can be like, Lex Luthor created her to be his little bodyguard or whatever, and she doesn't really remember how she was created. So you kind of can do a twist on cloning, but not really cloning, because it's a protoplasma, but who was inspired by Superman and dons the cape of being Supergirl because of being inspired by him or whatever. So you can always do some kind of cool storyline with that one. But like I said, any kind of way, just the fact that he's back right now, I'm really excited for him to be back. Like I said, there are some storylines. I would love to see him do. But another thing is, I know some people were talking about, I know some people were like, oh my God, Superman. No, Zack Snyder's not going to be directing it, so I don't want to deal with it. Look, if there are people like that, I'm not about to sit up there and throw the Snyderverse under the Snyder fans under the bus, because there's anybody from anywhere that is not going to like everything that's coming out. So understand this. I'm not about to throw the Snyder people under the bus, because it's not right to throw them under the bus just because there are some people who saying that if Zack Snyder's not coming back, I'm not going to be there. that's on them. But we're not going to put the entire Snyderverse thing on there, because there are people outside of Snyderverse that probably still feel that same way. You don't have to be part of a verse to be like, well, I think Zack Snyder can be. That doesn't mean they're fans, because there are some people who don't live on the internet and not claim that they're fans of it. They just probably feel like, oh, well, you know, Snyder was you know, they you know, abused Snyder at WB, and he should have a chance to finish up what he started, or at least here's the layout of what he wanted to do. Let's take it, let's tweak it, and then let's work with it. You know what I'm saying? That's all I'm saying. So I'm not about to do any of that other stuff. You know what I'm saying? So anybody that thinks I'm about to sit up there and bash Snyder fans, I'm not going to do any of that kind of nonsense, because that's just dumb. But you know, you could always do storylines like Superman for all seasons. You can always do the Truth, Justice, and American Way. You can always do what was it? It was another storyline. I'm trying to think. It is. What's so funny about Truth, Justice, and American Way? That was another one. You can always do For the Man Who Has Everything. That could be a cool Trinity movie right there if you want to. Of course, like I said, Brainiac. Superman Birthright. That was another one. And then Whatever Happened to the Man of Tomorrow. That's another great classic storylines. Just a few. And like I said, you also have the storylines that they have in Rebirth Run. The Rebirth Run has amazing ones. So, another storyline that I would love to see, if you guys ever want to do like another Superman Batman team up book, do Emperor Joker. Oh, and that's the book. That's the book I remember that I was trying to get you guys storyline. Our Worlds at War. That's a good storyline to actually use as well. That would definitely be a good storyline to actually use for Superman if you really want to. But that's just me kind of, you know, doing that. Or you can always do the Hell on Earth event from the New 52, even though I really don't like the New 52, but if you tweak it a little bit, I think that can also work as well. But I'm just kind of like, oh God, because I'm freaking out or whatever, because I'm really excited about, you know, Superman coming back. So you guys got to forgive me for like randomly like, I can't really get my thoughts together. But Superman is back. Henry Cavill is back. Ben Affleck is back. So I'm really just happy to see those characters back, and hopefully we can see more movies with them. And I'm really excited. If I was WB after Black Adam, the two movies that you need to it's 3 movies that you need to go ahead and fast track: a Man of Steel 2, a Batman movie with Ben Affleck in it, and a Shazam versus Black Adam. Then you can do a Superman versus Black Adam movie. If you need to merge those two ideas together, that's fine. But those are your main focus you need to get done right now, because the hype is going to be on another level. People are going to want Henry Cavill. So if I was WB, let's go. But yo, that's everything, honestly. I'm kind of just rambling, but those are my thoughts. Tell me what you guys think in the comments below, and I'll catch you guys later. Peace out.